Okay, next one. Through our early discussion, there's one more property I didn't mention, okay? Double blind. Neither the subjects nor the people who work with them know which treatment each subject is receiving. This helps to reduce what? Bias, okay? Now, principle of experimental design, okay? First principle, control. When we say control, we want to control the effect of looking variable on the response variable by comparing two or more treatments. If there is only one treatment, the factor may be responsible for change in response variable, but it also may be due to what? A looking variable. We cannot tell. For our example, when you see significant weight loss, if you have only one group, that means you don't control what? The effect of the looking variables. Even you see significant weight loss, you don't know that weight loss come from what? The drug or other looking factors like a temperature change, okay? Like a weather change. Now, second principle, randomize. Use a chance mechanism to assign subject to treatments. This will produce groups of subjects with similar characteristics. Any differences to the values of response variables in different treatment group can then be attributed to the only differences between what? Treatment groups and the treatment themselves. At this point, an argument could be made that the differences are attributable to chance. However, this possibility is minimized to what? Is minimized by the next principle. Use enough subject, okay? This term can be completely replaced by replications. Okay? You need to use what? Enough replication, okay? In our example, if you have only one person, that person lost what? 50 kilograms. You cannot use that person as an example, saying the drug is what? Effective. Instead of one person, you need to use what? A lot of people. I use 100, okay? Yeah. Use enough subjects or enough replication in each group to allow randomization to work. Groups of equal or similar size are usually used. In my example, I have 50 people join the treatment group, and I have the other 50 people join the control group, okay? Group of equal or similar size are usually used. This is not compulsory, but has what? Some mathematical advantage. You can use what? Different size. But if you use the same size, it will greatly reduce what? The complication of the formula use, okay? That's what we mean mathematical reason. Now look at this sentence again. Use enough subject in each group to allow randomization to work. That is to say, randomization can fail if we don't use enough subjects or replications, okay? And this is something I'm going to explain what next, okay? Think about this example. Say in a private school, okay? A senior professor is about to retire, and school hires two new temperature teacher, okay? Ask them to teach what? These two classes, class A and class B. And for these two classes, they are told to teach what? The same course, okay? Since they are teaching the same course, they have the same what? Course outline. Okay? And they use the same textbook. And they are asked to give the same homework to students, and not just the same homework, the same exam as well, okay? And who's going to mark those homework or exam? They have the same one. They hire the same marker and same one. TAs, okay? At the end of the semester, suppose class A average 80, okay? Class B average 40, okay? Now, look at here. A senior professor is about to retire, and school hired 2 new temps. Ask these 2 teachers, we call instructor A, instructor B, to teach these 2 classes, okay? They are teaching the same course. Since they are same course, teaching the same course, they have the same course outline, use the same textbook. They assign same homework problem, same exams, okay? Same markers and same TA, okay? Everything you can think of. Almost what? Exactly the same, except the teacher are different, okay? Other than the teacher are different, what are also different? The students are also different, okay? So we use randomization. Use randomization. Randomly select student what? 1 and 2 into class A, and the rest 2, 3 and 4 into class B. At the end of the semester, okay? Taking average of these 2 students' score. Average is what? 80% for class A. And these 2 students, the average is only 40%, okay? If you were the principal, which instructor you're gonna hire? Or you say, which instructor you're gonna fire, okay? What's your decision? An interesting question, think about it. Well, most people will say what? The principal should fire instructor B and hire instructor A, because instructor A had what? A much higher average, okay? Think about it. If this is the case, if you were instructor B, should you stand up, fight for yourself? If you don't fight for yourself, you got fired, right? And the next day you maybe sleep on the street. If you want to fire, well, if you are instructor B and you want to fight for yourself, how can you fight for yourself? Think about this. So if you were the instructor B, you should talk to the principal. I'm a good teacher, okay? Nothing wrong with my teaching skill. It's because what? All the smart students you assign in class A, and the student join my class, they are just idiot. Is that reason valid? I tell you what, that reason is definitely valid. When you don't use enough what? Replication. When you don't use enough students, very likely, if you have 4 students, very likely the best 2 assign in class A, the worst 2 assign in class B. That probability, you can actually calculate that, okay? If you have 4 students, you randomly assign to 2 classes, class A and class B. How likely the best 2 assign in class A? That chance you can compute. That chance is what? 1/6. That's a very high chance, okay? Think about this. And imagine that if you use enough subjects, say you don't use just 2, you use what? 100. First 50 randomly assigned into class A, and the rest what? 50 assigned into class B, okay? If you have 100 subjects, not just 4, how likely best 50 into class A, the worst 50 go into class B? I tell you what, that chance is almost equal to 0. That's impossible. Is that okay? So look at here. Randomization is used so we get more uniform assignment. However, if you don't use enough replication, if you don't use enough students, very likely all the best student assigned in class A, all the worst student into class B. So very important. In order to have randomization work, you must have enough what? Subject during the experiment. Okay?